let's add a new page to our application where we will create a form and enter data into the application. So, in Pages, add a Razor component, Forms, and this page will be available under the path Forms. We can immediately add code in C#, also Forms, Razor.cs. Let's mark this class as partial. Great. Let's also add a new link in our layout that will lead to this page. So, Forms and the address Forms. Let's go back to the Forms page. And now, let's assume we have an HR application and we want to enter data for a new employee into our application. So, I'll add a div here, class, row, and a vertical margin of 4. Let's also add a header, new employee, and inside, we'll place the form. However, I don't want this form to be full width because it would look ugly. We'll set it to be half the width. If we want to create a new form, we use the edit form component in this way. We only have the opening and closing tags for edit, form. This is our skeleton, but to create a form, we first need a model. Let's create it now. We already have a models folder in our application, so let's add a new employee model here. This will be our employee, and let's add a few properties. Int, ID, string, name, string, notes. So, some notes about this employee, hire date. Let's also add a bool property, is new. Then decimal, salary and position, ID. So we have different types here, and I want to show you how to introduce these different types in the form. Okay, let's go back to our form, but only to the C# code. We'll create a new instance of this class here. So, private employee employee. And we can also initialize it right away, like this. And now, in the view in the form, we will refer to this object. So, we go to the form, and we need to indicate that we want to edit this employee's data. So, in the upcoming lessons, we will be introducing data editing controls within this framework, which will allow us to modify the data of the employee we created here in C# code. We will then update all the values on this object and easily save them. We can now run our application. Notice that a new reference to the form has been added to our sidebar, with the header Forms and a new employee. However, at this moment, the framework is not yet visible until we add some data editing components. So, this is the framework of our form, and within it, we will be adding the ability to enter or set various employee data, which we will cover in the upcoming lessons.